Good morning. Welcome to Snap Take for Wednesday, March 8th. My name's Glazer of the Snap Judgments podcast. We should have a new episode that went out last night. Make sure you check that out on your podcatcher of choice or right here on this very YouTube channel. Today's take is the meta has moved. We were just in a Shang-Chi meta. The reason we were in that meta is the prominence of Red Skull. Red Skull in combination with Shuri was absolutely everywhere. At first, the highest win rate in the game, by an awful lot, was this deck with Sauron. Sauron all of a sudden had this insane win rate, and this deck felt like it was completely unbeatable. Over time, that's changed. Um, the deck has moved on to running cards like Armor and Cosmo. Cosmo, in particular, just straight up shuts down everything and means that Red Skull is very safe. There's very little counterplay outside of Magneto, and Magneto is usually a turn 6 play, so there's not a lot to do in that instance. You can arrow the turn before to get that Red Skull into a place where you could Shang it. Shang has been the answer of choice. I'm going to argue, though, that even though Shang has one major advantage over Valkyrie, that Valkyrie should be the meta choice from now on for those of you who haven't. I'm aware this is a pool slash Series 4 card that not all of you currently have. But I think she's worth saving up tokens for right now. I think she's one of the better cards in the game and one of the most important cards in the meta. The first reason for that is just simply armor. Armor in those Red Skull decks, armor in all the Shuri decks, all the Wong decks, etc., means your Shang-Chi doesn't have any effect. You're stuck running multiple combos of cards in order to get the most out of Shang. I don't think that is effective right now. Further, the new Season Pass card is everywhere. The new Season Pass card is Nimrod. With Nimrod all over the place, Shang is bad. People are using Shuri on Nimrod, people are using various pumps to get Nimrod to be as strong as possible to spread them all over the board. Shang has counter synergy with this because he's going to destroy Nimrod. And when he does, that Nimrod goes all over the place. A lot less threatening than that big, expensive Nimrod is that 3 power Nimrod getting spread all over the board by Valkyrie. At that point, you have multiple things that you could have in lanes that will be able to take care of Nimrod. You could, for example, be playing a Mr. Fantastic, one of the most underrated cards in the game. That Mr. Fantastic offers us the opportunity for, assuming we have the same number of cards, for us to take the lane. In addition, Ant-Man is a nice, easy one-drop to fit in most decks. Sunspot works similarly if you save that one extra energy from your Valkyrie after playing her. But that extra strength from the ongoing effect, from any ongoing effect, is not affected by Valkyrie. And as such, this ends up an insanely strong combo. Further, Thanos comes built in with a Soul Stone. Excuse me. Eventually, I'll get there. Last stone pulled up. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Oh well. Uh, Thanos' Soul Stone is an ongoing -1 to all the cards in the lane. That means Valkyrie with 3 cards will beat their 4 cards, assuming no ongoings or other nonsense. Again, really strong at shutting down the nonsense that things like Nimrod want to do. Further, one of the other meta cards that's coming up again and again is SANDMAN. SANDMAN means no one is going wide, right? So your job is to play a lot of cards early before SANDMAN gets out in order to counterplay if you can read what is SANDMAN. One of the big meta problems with this right now is not that SANDMAN is so hard to beat, it's that SANDMAN is so hard to read, because if they play an Electro, you also have to guard against Galactus. Against Galactus, you often don't want to play a lot out, whereas against SANDMAN, you want to get as much out of your hand as possible, and that tension makes it really hard to play against. But if you can read that SANDMAN, if you can get out against that SANDMAN and get out ahead, again, that last turn Valkyrie has insane value, because now all your little stuff beats their 1 to 2 things per lane that they have. All you need is one decent-sized thing to have been ahead. Shang, again, a fantastic card, but doesn't hit most of the key cards in the SANDMAN deck. The key cards being Arrow and Doctor Doom and Odin. It'll hit Magneto, but the others, Shang doesn't hit. Meanwhile, Valkyrie chops them down to size and makes them as big as those 1 and 2 drops you dropped earlier. Again, all of this is especially useful if you have Thanos. If you have Thanos and you can get this going, it's free cubes, right? Because you have so many cheap things all over the place that it's very easy to find a way to slot in a simple Mr. Fantastic, as I believe Ordinary Harry did in his tournament winning deck. It's very easy to slot in an Ant-Man. You already have Sunspot. You already have Soulstone. You're already likely to be filling more locations than your opponent. Please consider checking out Valkyrie, buying Valkyrie, putting Valkyrie into more decks, as we see, at least for the first couple weeks of the season, Nimrod absolutely all over the place. Hope you found this interesting and informative. Please like and sub. We'd greatly appreciate it. Check us out on Twitter, at SnapJudgePod, Make sure you like, sub, and check out the actual podcast. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow as we talk about the changes to the new season. Have a good one.